to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Young on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball. Now,
there he goes left side. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The
job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. And now look, whenever an undefeated team... And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Giant defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Meanwhile, Young's throw here on target to Hurst. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Young. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Young. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Jackson to return. Oh, what a move. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Jones, the throw completed to Hyatt. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. On 4th down, Jones. That is caught. And he is going to have the Giants' first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Young will set to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This is fielded at the 27. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off the play fake, Young. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Young now. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Sanders is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. To throw, Young. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively taking it right down Broadway. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now Jones on 1st and 10. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, Young got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Barkley. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
There he goes, right side. He may go. Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Giants are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure this.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on second down is Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A play fake, now Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Jones throwing on first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Young. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Fourth down, Young.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jalen Waddle
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. This one is Slayton over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Barkley fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They get it to him running left, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. On play action, Young. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Young. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
3rd down and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Jones. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 4th down, Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off. And
he's got a man, complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing, Jones.
He has Hyatt over the middle.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L.